The Biden-Harris administration is launching a new regulatory initiative. They're cracking down on what they call corporate tricks and scams. Here with the details is Yahoo Finance's senior columnist, Rick Newman. And Rick, what can we expect?
Well, I guess this is a continuation of the war on junk fees that we've seen out of the Biden, I guess we have to call it the Biden-Harris administration now. So this is meant to make it easier to do things like cancel subscriptions, get a customer service person on the phone. I mean, all the things that drive a lot of people crazy that just seem like they're way more complicated than they need to be. So, I mean, this is, in the whole scheme of things, this is small ball. But, Biden has been making a point of going after these sort of everyday nuisances. I don't know when we're going to see any actual changes. This has to go into a rule-making process through agencies such as the Federal Trade Commission. It does not require Congress to pass laws, so these are things the administration could do on its own. And is it a coincidence that this is happening 3 months before the election when Vice President Kamala Harris is just trying to get elected? No, it is not. Clearly, this is something that Kamala Harris wants to be able to tell voters she's going to be able to do. And if she does get elected, maybe we'll start seeing some of these changes by the time she takes office next year.
Well, Rick, is this indicative of any potential further economic policies that we could be seeing from the Kamala Harris campaign moving forward?
I think so. Kamala Harris has said, yes, she knows, she realizes that she does not have much of a campaign platform of her own out there. I mean, obviously, she's associated with all of Joe Biden's policies, but she has said she is going to start putting out some of her own economic policies beginning this week. She's going to have to go a lot bigger than, cancellation wait times and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of big stuff on the table. The assumption is that she's basically going to be exactly where Joe Biden is on the big issues, such as what to do about the tax cuts that expire in 2025. So I think what everybody's going to be looking for is whether there are any areas where she actually differs from Joe Biden. There are no major differences I anticipate, but she could surprise us. So we're going to be seeing that probably later this week.
Well, Rick, let's focus on the U.S. economy as we have been here. But according to a recent poll, Vice President Harris does appear to be winning voters' trust over her candidate. Tell us a little bit more about the narrowing in the polls that we're seeing.
So a couple of things going on here. She is obviously she has had about as good of a launch as you could possibly hope for if you're a Democrat. She is leading Donald Trump in some national polls and in some swing state polls, which is huge improvement over where Joe Biden is. I mean, it is really unusual to see abrupt changes in polling in such a short period of time. And now the Financial Times just did a poll, and they found that people trust Kamala Harris on the economy more than they trust Donald Trump. I mean, I'm kind of shaking my head, honestly, because she hasn't even done anything on the economy. I mean, as we just discussed, we don't even know what her economic policies are. And now voters are saying, oh, they trust Kamala Harris. It's only 1 percentage point more. But that was one of Joe Biden's two giant vulnerabilities, the economy and immigration. And now this tells you that voters are not really looking at what the candidate's policies are. It's just a feel. It's just a feel. So there's something about Kamala Harris that is making voters feel good. That should really worry Donald Trump, because if voters don't think he's going to do better on the economy, that leaves immigration. And, in most elections, it's not immigration stupid, it's the economy stupid, as James Carville said all the way back in 1992. So this is great news if you're Kamala Harris. I think the only question is, how does she keep this momentum going and keep it going for the next, I think it's 85 days until we get to Election Day.
All right. Well, we'll be talking to you for every single one of those 85 days, Rick, which I'm sure you're thrilled about. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you guys are, but I am. See you guys.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Rick.
Bye.